Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. And as of right now, we are just one day away from the newest Star Wars Disney Plus series, Ahsoka, dropping, and I am over the moon excited. Ahsoka is one of our favorite Star Wars characters, and so being able to see her get her own show, especially with how cool she was in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. Now, for the lead up to the show, yesterday we did take a look at all of our Ahsoka Funko Pops. Today, I thought we might as well take a look at the rest of the Ghost Crew and Star Wars Rebels characters that we have in our collection, because it has been said by Dave Filoni, the creator of Star Wars Rebels, along with this Ahsoka series, that the Star Wars Rebels crew is going to have a very important part of the Ahsoka series, and so we could be seeing a lot of characters, some we already know about, and others we could potentially see as big surprises. And I think the show could turn out to be one of the best Star Wars Disney Plus shows, right up there with Andor and The Mandalorian, so I cannot wait for tomorrow to finally see these first two episodes. But in the meantime, we will go ahead and celebrate by looking at all of the Star Wars Rebels Funko Pops I currently have in my collection. Now, before we get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, you enjoy Funko Pop content and Star Wars content, of course, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like on this video as well if you enjoy it. It does make a massive difference for us. And if you never want to miss a video, you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. And if you did watch our video yesterday, you would have seen all of our Ahsoka Funko Pops like I mentioned, and she is a part of Star Wars Rebels and has a couple different Funko Pops, so I thought might as well start off with the Ahsoka ones before we get into the rest. So the first figure that we have here today is the Hot Topic exclusive Ahsoka, which is definitely one of my favorites in the collection. This was one of the first Star Wars Rebels pops that was made, and definitely one of the coolest. I love Ahsoka's outfit and her armor looks really cool, and then she does have her two white lightsabers right out in front of her that she is crossing. Stepping forward a little bit as well, I just think this figure looks so amazing. And we also have the exclusive variant of that figure that was exclusive over to LA Comic-Con a few years ago. This is the holographic glow-in-the-dark Ahsoka. Really an amazing figure. It is the same as the other one with the same outfit, with the lightsabers out in front, same pose and everything, except it is that all light holographic blue, which really does look nice as a figure in general. And then there's the glow on the figure, which does look pretty nice. You do have that lighter blue glow, definitely what you would think a holographic glow-in-the-dark Star Wars pop would look like. Now, after those Ahsoka figures, the next Star Wars Rebels figure that was released was this masked Sabine, originally exclusive over to Walgreens. Now, I actually have the special edition sticker version. The Walgreens one has not restocked in a very long time. Got this one from a mystery box a couple years ago, and I really love the pop. And you have Sabine in her Mandalorian armor and her helmet on, which looks really cool with the design on her helmet. And she has a blaster that she's holding in each hand. This figure just has a lot of really good detail, especially with some of the paint chips that she has on her armor. Now, there is actually a second Sabine pop that we do not have in the collection, unfortunately, and it is the common version of Sabine of her unmasked with her multicolored hair. Definitely a really nice looking pop. Also holding the two blasters just like she does in the exclusive. And of course, we know we're going to be seeing Ahsoka in this series. We are going to be seeing Sabine in the live action series as well. And the other character from the Ghost Crew that we know we are seeing is going to be Hera, who's going to be played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I absolutely love, so I'm super excited to see Hera in live action. And Hera was a great member of the Star Wars Rebels crew in the animated series. She was one of my favorites, and this pop is definitely a really cool one as well. I think Funko did a good job with her skin tone. I think she's in a pretty good pose with her hand on her hip, and then she has a blaster in her other hand as well. And of course, she's in her flight captain's outfit, just like she would wear in the show. Now, everybody loves a good Star Wars droid, and one of my favorite Star Wars droids is Chopper from Star Wars Rebels. And we actually have the common Chopper Funko Pop right here, but actually not any Chopper. This is the Error Chopper, where it actually says Chop as the name instead of Chopper. These were released but then pulled back off the shelves, and then were given Chopper instead on the name. So if you have Chop on your pop, it is going to be more valuable. The way they still made him a bobblehead, just kind of where his legs attach to the rest of his body, that middle part is what bobbles, which I think is pretty fun. And it's always cool when Funko can make a droid into a pop. And then we do have another Chopper pop as well, and this is the Star Wars Celebration Galactic Convention exclusive from 2017 of the Imperial disguise Chopper, where he's actually trying to be disguised as, of course, an Imperial droid. And overall, the pop is the same as the other one. He does have some different colors, like the bottom of him is mostly kind of that whitish silverish color, while the top, you can see, is all painted that black and red to make it look like he's those Imperial colors. And our next Rebels character that we've actually already seen in live action in the Disney Plus shows is Zeb, because we did see him in The Mandalorian Season 3, which was a huge surprise. And I have a feeling we might be able to see him in Ahsoka. I mean, why bring him in Mando Season 3 if he's not going to show up in Ahsoka, right? So we do have the Zeb pop right here, which is a really awesome one. I was on the hunt for this for quite a while. I saw this a lot for like $50, $60, $70 on my hunts, but I never quite pulled the trigger, and then I ended up pulling it in a mystery box, which was a huge win. And I really love Zeb in the show, and I think he's a really awesome character and a great looking pop here. Some great detail on his face with like his facial hair along with all the markings, and then he has those green eyes. Kind of has that makeshift blaster in his hand too that he makes in the show, and his armor that he has on as well. And I love the detail with the way that they make his feet look, because he really is a different type of Star Wars alien creature. And the final Star Wars Rebels character that we have in the collection is somebody I think we will see in the Ahsoka series as well, and this is Captain Rex, of course, from Star Wars The Clone Wars, and then we did see him show up in Rebels, and this is him, kind of that older Rex in Rebels, and I think he could definitely show up again. I mean, he originally was supposed to show up in the Obi-Wan show when it was initially a movie, so it wouldn't be too crazy for him to then show up in Ahsoka. This is definitely a really cool pop and a hard one to find, being that it was a Smuggler's Bounty box exclusive. That older grizzled Rex with the mustache and the beard and the bald head. He's still in the fight though with those two blasters in his hand, and you still have the detail on his armor with like the blue lines coming down the side to signify that it is definitely Rex. So that is all of the Star Wars Rebels Funko Pops that we have in the collection, but there are so many more that we are missing, including some that you can see on the back, the two big ones being Kanan and Ezra. I missed my chance so many times to pick those guys up for, you know, $70, $80, and now they're probably like $150. I think I've seen Ezra go as high as $200 sometimes, and with the show, they did show a piece of him in the trailer, especially with the mural in the trailer too, so I think people are going to go crazy trying to get Ezra. But outside of that, we also have the villains like the Grand Inquisitor, the Fifth Brother, and we also have, of course, the big bad who's going to be in Ahsoka, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and that is the big grail of this line. Now, I would still love to try to complete the Star Wars Rebels set. I was getting close there once I added Zeb, but again, Kanan and Ezra are very hard to find. Not a ton of them out there in great condition because it was released back in like 2016 when there was a lot of out-of-box collectors. And also the people who do have it who are willing to sell are definitely trying to charge a whole lot more now, since we do know that some of these characters are returning in the Disney Plus series. So hopefully eventually I can add some of these pops to my collection to bolster my Star Wars sets. But there we have it, guys. There's our look at all of the Star Wars Rebels Funko Pops out there that we have in the collection, along with some of the ones that are missing from my collection. Some really amazing ones. I think they did a fantastic job with this entire line, and I can't wait to see what pops they come up with for the Ahsoka series. But now I do want to throw it over to you guys. What do you think about these Star Wars Rebels Funko Pops? Which ones do you have in your collection? And are you excited about the new Ahsoka show? And what are your predictions for some surprise characters who could show up? I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like in this video as well if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can always hit that bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.